A toddler is bored to tears at the Ghibli Museum. A 7-year-old is melting down in a 2-hour standby line. A tween is rolling their eyes at you in Sanrio Land. And a family of 4 is physically wedged into a Shinjuku station elevator at rush hour with a stroller and 3 suitcases. This is what an $8,000 family trip to Japan looks like when you plan the wrong itinerary for your kid's age. Welcome to the Itinerant Traveler. Tokyo with kids isn't one trip, it's 4. A toddler and a teen do not need the same Tokyo. They don't need the same hotel, neighborhood, or attractions. Almost every Tokyo family travel guide treats kids as one giant category, and that's the fastest way to turn your vacation into an expensive endurance test. Today, we're breaking down what is actually worth it by age. We'll cover where to stay in Tokyo with kids, the 5-star hotel trap you need to avoid, the Tokyo travel mistakes that cause daily meltdowns, and the 2026 updates that aren't in any guidebooks yet. Phase 1, the survival years, 0 to 4. Let's start with the hardest age group, Tokyo with toddlers and babies ages 0 to 4. Your trip should not be built around seeing everything. It should be built around keeping the day from collapsing. The master rule here is to schedule a playground session twice a day, in the morning and afternoon. Yoyogi Park or Shinjuku-gyoen aren't filler, they're parent survival infrastructure. For this age, you have to skip the adult-heavy sightseeing days. Do not take a toddler to the Ghibli Museum. They will be bored, and photos aren't allowed inside anyway. If you're wondering about teamLab planets with kids, be very careful with under 4s. There's a knee-deep water section, mirrored floors, and sensory overload that genuinely terrifies small children. If you want immersive art with a toddler, teamLab Borderless is the better choice. Shoes stay on, there's no water, and exits are easier to find. When figuring out where to stay in Tokyo with kids this young, the hotel matters more than the attractions. Avoid Shinjuku. The station is an underground maze and the crowds are overwhelming. Stay in Ueno or Asakusa for flatter streets and calmer evenings. And avoid international 5-star chains. You'll be hushed in the lobby and crammed into a room with no kitchen. Apartment-style hotels like Mimaru are the ultimate Tokyo family hotels because they offer kitchenettes, bunk beds, and in-room laundry. If you're bringing a Tokyo stroller, know that the city is stroller manageable, not stroller seamless. Here's your best hack. Toggle the wheelchair accessible route on Google Maps to force the algorithm to find an elevator, saving you from having to carry a stroller up massive flights of stairs. Phase 2, the sweet spot, ages 5 to 10. Now let's move to ages 5 to 10. This is the sweet spot. Tokyo with elementary age kids might be the best family trip you ever take. At this age, teamLab Planets becomes incredible. For food, skip the tiny 10-seat ramen bars that can't fit your family. Instead, go to conveyor belt sushi like Kura Sushi. It still has the rotating belt, plus a prize game where every 5 empty plates win a capsule toy. It's perfectly engineered for children. If you want to visit the Ghibli Museum, set an alarm for 10 a.m. Japan time on the 10th of the month. Tickets for the next month are released and sell out in minutes. If you're deciding between Tokyo DisneySea versus Disneyland for kids this age, Disneyland is the safer bet because roughly 70% of the rides are accessible. DisneySea is incredible, but if you want to ride the new Frozen attraction at Fantasy Springs, you must secure Premier access on your app the second you enter the park, or you won't get on. Do not promise that ride until the pass is on your phone. Phase 3, the awkward gap, ages 11 to 13. Next is the age group everyone ignores, tweens, ages 11 to 13. This is the awkward gap. They're too old for Kidzania and Sanrio Land, but too young for Akihabara after dark. For Tokyo with teens and tweens, the rule is cool over cute. Take them to Shibuya Parko, 6th floor. On one floor, you have the Nintendo store, the Pokemon Center, and the Capcom store. A tween will lose 3 hours there without complaint. Akihabara is fine for tweens, but go on a Sunday afternoon during the pedestrian zone. The energy's wholesome, and you avoid the adult-oriented side streets. Phase 4, Teen Autonomy, ages 14 to 17. For older teenagers ages 14 to 17, Tokyo practically designs itself. The key here is giving them agency. Give them a Suica card, a budget, and a curfew. Let them go vintage shopping in Shimoki Tazawa, explore Don Quixote, or book tickets for the Shibuya Sky Observation Deck, which must be booked exactly 14 days in advance. Before we get into the final universal rules for surviving Tokyo, including a massive 2026 tax update you need to know about, if you're finding this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us keep bringing you these deep dives. And if you're in the middle of planning your itinerary right now, be sure to check out the full Tokyo travel guide playlist we've built on the channel, linked in the description below, along with entry tickets and hotels. Rule 1. The Transit and Food Masterclass. To survive this trip, you need to master transit and food. On the Tokyo Metro, kids under 6 ride free, but there's a limit of 2 free kids per adult. For your older kids, do not try to tap your credit card at the gate. It will charge them the adult fare. You must go to a station attendant with their passport to get a registered child Suica card for the 50% discount. For food, make lunch your main meal. Everyone has more energy, and restaurants are more forgiving. For dinner, rely on convenience stores or konbini for picky eaters. Also, use depachika, which are department store basement food halls. They're the ultimate parent survival trick because families can be loud, share tables, and choose different cuisines without the friction of a formal restaurant. Rule 2. The 2026 Reality Check. If you're planning a trip right now, here are the 2026 Tokyo travel mistakes you cannot make. First, the Japan departure tax triples on July 1st, 2026. Book your flights before then to lock in the old rate. Second, prepare for the heat. 2025 was Japan's hottest year on record. If you go in the summer, plan outdoor activities for the morning and indoor activities for the afternoon, and drink plenty of electrolyte drinks. Third, throw out old guidebooks. If you're going to Ueno Zoo to see the famous pandas, don't. They permanently left Japan in January 2026. The Pokemon Cafe in Nihonbashi is closed for reservations through late June 2026, and the Mega Tokyo location is closed indefinitely. However, Pokepark Kanto just opened in February 2026 at Yomiuri Land, so shift your focus there if you have Pokemon fans. Rule 3. The Ultimate Skip. And the ultimate skip dragging your heavy luggage onto the bullet train. Use the Yamato luggage forwarding service to send your bags directly to your next hotel. Tokyo is the best family trip you will ever take, as long as you plan the itinerary your actual kid can enjoy without the whole family burning out. Pick your age, plan the logistics, and let Tokyo do the rest. Until next time, safe and happy travels.